I was watching BET the other day, and the show Sunday Best came on. And initially I thought, oh, cool, a Christian American Idol. I saw the judges. One was Yolanda Adams, the other was Donnie McClurkin. The host was Kirk Franklin, and I'm thinking, oh, okay, a Christian American Idol on a secular network. Maybe it's a good chance for some people that don't watch any kind of Christian TV. This gives them a chance to maybe hear the gospel and hear some things that they need to hear. But what disturbed me was the content of what was going on, what the music was. The music was all worship music, and after every contestant, they were being judged and critiqued by their performance. And what saddened me is to hear things like from the judges. They were saying things like, I can tell you really like to worship. I know you're led by the Spirit. I see your love for God when you sing. And they're just critiquing someone's worship. Well, I don't know if I would call that worship at that point if it's a contest. But to me, it's indicative of our society and really the Christian culture as a whole. Maybe I shouldn't say as a whole. I don't want to generalize everybody, but what I see in America, it's kind of disturbing to me how everything's got a number value. Everything's a contest. Everything is, it reminds me why I moved away from Nashville and the Christian music industry as a whole. Actually, a friend that moved out with me, he's been involved in the Christian music industry as well. He was in bands like Sonic Flood / Jeff Dio, Deliverance, East West, etc. And him and I are actually in a band right now, and our heart is for the mainstream society, but at the same time, we have things to say that are for the church as well that people need to be woken up by, I think. But that's a little side issue, little rabbit trail. But anyways, him and I used to talk about the Christian music industry and how sad it's gotten. Really, it's been for some time. Once again, I don't want to generalize everybody. I know there's some good people in it, but when I see some of the heavy hitters of the Christian music industry that are on this show and see what they're involved in with just a worship music contest, and even here on Wikipedia it says they're looking for the next gospel superstar, and I understand what that means. And at the same time, I'm like, I've heard terms like Christian celebrity, and to me that's kind of an oxymoron, or at least it should be in my mind. Maybe I'm old-fashioned, but worship music is sacred. It should be, at least I think. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I've been on a lot of worship teams through the years, and I've some of those times just when worshiping, even not even being on a worship team, but just praying in my room and worshiping, put on some music, I've gotten revelation on who God is even more, and some scriptures I've been struggling with, I've gotten answers through worship, and it's a sacred, holy, pure thing to worship God in spirit and in truth. But yet when you devalue it to a rating, to a system of critique, I don't know. Really, I'm lost for words on that. I'm concerned on what it shows the people that are not Christians. What kind of message does that send out? I don't know. I'm just really sad about this. Maybe I'm blowing it out of the water. Maybe I'm being a little old-fashioned. I don't know, but I'd just like to hear some opinions from some of y'all out there. Tell me what you think, and if you've seen the show, maybe you can relate to what I've seen, or maybe you're seeing it from a completely different perspective. So anyways, I just thought I'd make this quick video and voice my concern, and yeah, well, I'll talk to you guys later.